Questions?
Okay, I'll go first. As our president, our current president did a wonderful job this year. What ways do you feel you could fill certain gaps that you could have been filled this semester? As in like places that the slack was kind of like dropping for certain positions.
Okay, I do feel as this year I did kind of step into some of those positions where it was slacking a little bit. Felt like I was our president's right-hand man. She did do a phenomenal job this year. If you have attended any of the e-board meetings, I have taken on the task of created the agenda for this past meeting, running the meeting, and things like this. So I am slowly stepping into this role as president. Besides that, as programs chair, it is my responsibility for overseeing all programs that happened throughout our chapter over all the other programs chairs, which are our academic excellence and things like that. From logistics, like booking rooms and finding places and equipment, to actual content, I have helped with the content of many of our events. And the biggest problem, like I said, I've seen is our membership, and bringing back that fire to our membership, making sure that our membership knows what they're here for. I know the reason why I fell in love with NSBE is because those people that brought me up from high school let me know what NSBE could do for me. And it's not just about jobs. It's not just about going to nationals and being in a different place. It's literally what you see right here. All of these people here, I can call my friend to whatever accord and whatever extent. Being able to see me in times of turmoil, in times of stress, in times of happiness and rejoice, that's what NSBE is for me, and bringing back that fire family that we always talk about.
Julia?
So I know that this year you held positions on both the National Society of Math Engineers,
African
ASA,
Student Association.
and then also at the Regional Executive Board.
Correct.
And I know that like at times you wouldn't be at certain events, which is fine because people miss events for bad reasons.
Shade.
Damn.
Are you planning on being on any other executive boards besides the NGIT NSBE chapter?
I do plan on being on another executive board in certain capacities. As of right now, the African Student Association, I do plan on being on that board. We'll see how that goes. But I most definitely plan on being on the regional e-board of our chapter, that's society of our society, there you go, in the capacity of treasurer, which is also on their admin zone. I don't know, I don't want to self-incriminate myself, so I'm gonna wait for somebody to ask the question, how am I gonna balance that?
Yeah. So I'll ask. I don't know, Norman, were you raising anything to ask? So, being on the regional executive board, it's a big time commitment. There's a lot to do, especially as treasurer. And then being the NGIT president, that's a lot to do. I know Asia was often in the office for like office hours or 2 hours a week, but she was in there like 5-6 hours a week. How do you plan on balancing all of that? Especially considering that it might, like, not saying that this is definitely going to happen, but we might have several vacancies on our executive board where it would be the president's job to kind of also step up and fill in those roles.
Thank you for that question. My total plan, what I see, my diabolical plan that's happening for this is going right back down to the membership. I feel like our e-board are just people who are leading us. I feel like the real leaders are within our general body. Those are what keeps us running. That's what keeps us going. Because the e-board, when it's full, at most it's 13 people. That's not really anything. Who are we e-boarding if there's not general members to follow us? So in my position as a president, I feel like a president shouldn't necessarily have most of the burden. I should be able to be pulling these characteristics and these leadership roles and these things like that out of not only my e-board but other members of our society, and bringing that over to the regional e-board side. It's kind of like the same ordeal. The regional e-board definitely has a lot more people, and it's going to be a lot more full than this. And not to take lightly what my job will be on the regional e-board, but I'm sure that in whatever case it does happen to whatever capacity, because at regional level, all positions are time consuming whenever they need to be. Just being a conference planning chair, I learned that the hard way. I thought I was taking the easy way out, but it wasn't the easy way out at the end of the day. It was very time consuming. And at times, there are times where it does become a hassle to continue to do things like this. But at the end of the day, it's the choice that I've made, and I feel as if that I'm very capable of handling both.
Norman?
How many credits are you taking?
Next semester,
Yeah.
zero as of right now, but it's planned to be, it's planned to be 15 credits.
15?
Yes.
Alright, first of all, excuse my tire, I was at the doctor's office. But,
Okay.
like, you know, we talked about time, like, academically, do you think it's, like, how?
How to do it with 15 credits? I don't think that is that hard, in all honesty. Everybody talks about this time management thing, scheduling time and doing all that other stuff. I do that. Everybody knows that's not necessarily how it happens.
Okay.
But, you gotta.
Yes, I have a follow-up question. So then what do you wanna,
No, go ahead.
okay, I was gonna say, what do you plan to take from, what can you use from your experience being on the REB to make, this chapter better?
So one thing that I hope everyone here understands that these are student-run organizations, and the first word in that is student. It is understood that we're all students first. Even being on the REB or being on NJIT's chapter, there's certain requirements you have to have academically to be able to be a part of these e-boards and things like that. So if that's slipping, I know on the REB side, we do have advisors, we do have mentors and things of that such that we can reach out to and let them know whatever's going on academically wise and things like that. I know here at NJIT, the whole EOP office is in support of NSBE to the fullest. Our advisor, who just happens to be my mom, is also in a lot of support of this. So I don't feel as if the academic part is gonna kill me as much as you think it would. Trust me, everybody understands that we're still students at the end of the day. I can't, if I have to study for an exam, if I have a presentation to do in my class, if I have to do this for class, if I know that's what it is, I don't only expect myself, but I hold it to the standard of everyone here in whatever leadership position you have to put that first and be able to be that student successfully so you can progress more. Because that's the first part of the mission statement, to embody it. Ain't nobody gonna ask me what the mission statement is? No? Okay.
Really?
10th grade.
John?
My question is, starting with this, at convention I talked to many different chapters, some that were farther up north than us, or farther distance in general from Kansas City, and they were completely student raised, it wasn't from like a student government or a school, and they necessarily paid a little less than we did. Do you have any like steps or ideas or plans of how you're gonna be able to fundraise that our members have to pay less than we did this year comparatively the next convention?
Great question. So I kind of feel like this whole thing is like the alignment of the stars that is destined for this chapter. Being on the Region E board, I do know some information about next year. So starting off next year, the first open convention that all of us will be able to go to is the Fall Regional Conference. Our Fall Regional Conference will be taking place in Parsippany, New Jersey. How exciting is that? We'll be there. We're walking. Get your walking shoes on. From there, that should literally be close to zero for all of our members to go to. And that's a goal that I really do want to achieve, for our members to be able to have these opportunities to go to these conferences with little to nothing being spent. Our national conference is located at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're also walking. No, that's not Region 1. That's very close to Region 1.
I said jogging.
Oh, jogging. It'll be a little quicker. Though that is not Region 1, it's very close to Region 1. That is Region 2. And there's no reason why everyone in this room and everyone who's a paid member and everyone who's going to be a part of NSBE to come should not be there trying to be the best NSBE member they possibly could be. In that sense, a lot of the events that we have during the year, our open mic night is a fundraiser. The basketball tournament that we have coming up, April 27th, be there, be square, is also a fundraiser. Bake sales that we do, all those different types of events that we have going on, it really kind of sort of, we can put them on all we want, but if the members don't see the benefits of it for them, it's never going to be anything. And that's one thing, like I said, I need to get members to get that fire burning back in their steam and in their system. Letting them know the opportunities that NSBE has for like relationships, find your NSBE, get the job that you've always wanted, travel to places across the country that you've never seen, link up with people that you never thought you'd be able to. I found some of my greatest mentors in NSBE. Like different personal stories like this, I feel like that's really what's gonna help the society move up as a whole.
Yeah, that's all. So you do have a plan to like possibly reimburse the students that
I don't even want it to be a reimbursement. I don't want you to give me money at all, to be honest. If that's the case. Yeah.
Okay, so you have been talking about a lot of involvement for the current students that we do have here on the campus, but in what ways do you plan on reaching out to our alumni to at least advocate the successes that are going to be occurring after you graduate and get the students, like, as you said, fired up to really excel academically to get that professional experience?
So, I don't know if everyone knows, but our alumni are awesome. Like, they're really not even the hardest group to get back to come to NSBE, because it's not usually until you kind of get out of here and you turn back, it's like, dang, NSBE really did a lot for me. So they're always willing to come back and give to NSBE. If you're at nationals, there's at least 8 alumni who are out there recruiting and helped many of us get opportunities, whether it be interview or actual offer or things like that. So with our alumni being as strong as it is, at our MLK dinner, we honored our past presidents. Our alumni are very, very responsive and very, very willing to help us succeed. That's kind of how it works once you get on NSBE. You just want to see the people below you do better. And in not just on that spectrum of people who have left, but getting people to come in, NSBE's cool. We're gonna look cool, we're lit, we know we are. So those freshmen that are coming in, the transfer students who don't necessarily have their way, my task to all the members here, because whether you're running for an E-Board position, if you get it or not, you're still gonna be a NSBE member at the end of the day. At our first general body meeting, bring a friend, bring a new friend. That's all it takes. Every single meeting, just bring someone else new, and then let their eyes be opened up to the fire. And that's how it works.
Last comment, reaching for the incoming students that are going to be coming. As you know, there's new student orientation in the summer. It's actually advocating for a lot of clubs and organizations to come and do whatever. I really suggest that you actually, move to extend time by 1 minute.
Second.
To actually incorporate yourself in their program to actually advocate for our organizations, because not that many clubs actually take advantage of that, and that's where you realize you can't just start advocating when, like, what is it, Club Day or something?
Yeah.
Club fair.
Yeah, Club Fair.
NSBE or not, president
Yeah.
or not, I'll be there.
But general body members, Julia.
Julie.
Sorry. I stopped here.
Wait, did Josh, you had a
Oh,
comment?
okay.
Yeah, you've known your opponent Adrian for a while. You've been on the equal with him. What things about yourself do you think would make you a better president than your opponent?
What would make me a better president than Angel? To be honest, I do believe in Angel's capabilities of being president. He's been on the E-Board probably longer than I have, and been around NSBE, maybe not necessarily longer than I have, but in different capacities, and we've both done different things with our time. I wouldn't say that one is better than the other, but we do have different leadership styles, and I feel as if the direction that NSBE's trying to go in right now, my leadership style may be the one better than necessarily the one that Angel has, and I'll let him speak about his leadership style at a later time. But my vision and the way that I've seen it and the way that I'm trying to get NSBE to be is a push. Not just NSBE, not just NJIT, America as a whole. It's time for change, and it's not going to happen unless it's like a radical change. And I feel as if that's what I'm bringing to the table.
So, interest of time, I know that executive board members have questions, but can I get a general body member for the question, please?
Paris.
Okay. You're walking into like a really big position, and also our chapter itself is kind of like one of the best ones in the country. So how do you?
Told you.
Careful it.
So how do you plan to ensure that we get awarded again? I guess.
That we remain.
Yeah, remain where we are right now.
So I would have to disagree with you about us being the best as of right now. If this was like before nationals, I'd be like, yeah, we're great. A lot of balls were dropped this semester, well, this year, this school year. And along with my own agenda is to kind of sort of trying to alleviate a lot of problems from last E-Board, picking up those balls and making sure that we fit them back to where they need to be. Just holding people responsible in a sense. Whoever the E-Board will be, I do assuage them to take responsibility and hold themselves responsible for whatever happens. There's no pointing the finger. If something looks bad, it's on the E-Board as a whole. Though, if I am president, I may be the face of NSBE, but it's all of us at the end of the day. So I feel like that's the biggest thing that we would have to do in order to maintain and surpass that level that we're at now.